Welcome. My name is Queen, and I speak on internal authority. What does follow through look like for your decisions? Follow through. Follow through. Because it's not enough to just make a decision and go, I've decided. We got to actually follow through. And that's the part that trips people up. They don't know how to follow through. They don't know what follow through looks like. They don't know what holding their decisions under pressure looks like because they don't do it. Here's an example. I don't like people touching my phone. I don't like random hands touching my phone. I don't like random hands touching most anything of mine. But let's just keep it to phones. Okay. I don't like people touching my phone. When does this come up? So if I'm by myself and I go, you know what? I'm not going to let people touch my phone anymore. That's a decision. But how do I hold it? What does follow through look like? Well, let's say I'm at the mall, in a store, downloading the app for that particular store so I can take advantage of some deal that they have. Except I barely have a signal. So I go up to an employee and I ask them, do I really need it? Do I really need to be logged into the app to take advantage? Is there some other way? Can I maybe just go online somewhere? It's taking a while for the app to download. Now this person, multiple attempts trying to tap on my phone. And you know what I had to do? Pull the phone away. And I had to kind of hog it a little bit. So let me hold something. Okay, here, like say it's my lipstick. Okay, so let's say you are the person who's trying to touch my lipstick. Like, let's say this is my phone. Okay, so if I went like this right next to you, that'd be really easy for you to just reach out and go doop doop, tap tap touch, right? If I put it like that, if I went like this, but I don't, because I know that's what people do, because I learned that the hard way, the long struggle way. Like, dang, when I actually put it close to them, people think it's an invitation to touch the phone. And oops, I don't want them to touch the phone. So let me not make invitations. So this is what I do. Instead of doing this here, can you see? I'll do like this. Way over here by me. Like this. So then if they find themselves reaching, now you all in here. You're all in here. And I just got to go, wait a minute. This has happened multiple times. I've been put to the test. People trying to touch my phone. Because there are some people who they don't want to use their words. And they don't want to explain to you. They don't want to wait, whatever. And they just want to do it themselves. Tap, 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 touch, scroll, zoom, whatever it is. Oh, every once in a while, somebody will get me and I'll be like, oh, dang it, they got me. There was someone, I don't remember what happened, but I think, I don't know, was I at a register or something? And so, I had it back here like this. And she said she couldn't see. And I think I maybe went like this to look at it. And then she kind of reached over. Oh, anyway. So I'm at a store today and I'm trying to download, and this guy is multiple attempts. So I had to, keep it to myself. Where? So I'm kind of turning it to myself instead of here, can you show me? It's no, because people are going to want to, here, just do this. Here, I'll do it for you. Nah, because I don't want you touching my phone. So multiple times. He even reached a couple times and I had to do like this and I just kept it moving. Other times you got to be a little bit more straightforward. Because not everybody's going to get a hint when you want to be subtle. Sometimes you got to be obvious. There was a time, I don't remember it was a multivitamin. I got a multivitamin, I think it was from a GNC, that I wanted to return because I didn't realize when I bought it that it had caffeine in it. And I don't do caffeine anymore. So, and I haven't for years. So I wanted to return it. I hadn't opened it at all. It was like I went into the car, thought, wait a minute, let me check out what's in here. Saw caffeine and was like, oh, let me go back in. So I go back in and the man wanted to see the receipt on my phone. Okay. I'm over here with the phone, scroll. Here it is. He leans in and reaches. I pull, this number. I was like, what you need? And he's like, oh, I'm just trying to see something. I say, okay, tell me, what do you need? So I like scroll a little bit. He's like, yeah, I'm just trying to, I was like, oh, let me do it. Hold on. And then he keeps reaching. And I said, what are you doing? Why are you keep trying to touch my phone? And he said, because I want to see. I was like, nah, no, just tell me and I'll show you. What do you need? And he's like, can you just scroll? Can you make the barcode a little bigger? I said, mm-hmm. I was so annoyed. And then he was like salty. He had the nerve to be salty because I wouldn't let him touch my phone. I kept it back here. I kept it, sir, no, sir. He really had the nerve. That's what follow through looks like. That's what follow through looks like, is you got to do something. When you're put to the test, when you under pressure, what do? How do you hold your decisions? Sometimes it's just saying it. I don't like people touching my phone. And then see what happens. That happened to me at, where was I? I don't remember where I was, but I wanted to pay with my phone. Apple Pay. I wanted to pay with my phone. And I said, okay, where's the reader? I got my phone. I'm like, okay, where's the reader? They go like this. I said, what? And they said, oh, your phone. I said, what you need my phone for? They said, so we could use it on the reader. I said, no, I don't like people touching my phone. No, You know what they did? Brought the reader over to me. Why didn't they do that in the first place? Why are you grabbing people's phones? Why, grab me? Why are you grabbing your hands? Why are you touching people's phones? I don't even like touching other people's phones. So it's a two-way thing. It's like, no, I don't want to touch your phone, because some people, they'll be like, here, yeah, look. And I'll be like, okay, yeah, can you tap on, yeah, what does it say when you click on settings right there? Yeah, hold on, can you do the next one? Can you zoom in on that little, I use my words, because I don't want to touch other people's phones, and I don't want them touching my phone, so I use my words. Yeah, but I told these people, no, I don't like people touching my phone. And they brought the reader over to me, and therefore I was able to get my payment on. Why they are sitting up here having to touch people's phone to bring it over? Man, sir, ma'am, can you just bring the thing over? What are you doing? I think I also said that, might have been at the airport. I'm trying to think. There was somewhere that I went, and they wanted to touch my phone to do something themselves. And no, I don't like people touching my phone. No, I don't like that. And they accommodated me. I cannot remember the last time that somebody said they physically needed my phone themselves, and I could not do it. You know how I know? Because I done tried it out in different situations. Follow through. If I don't like people touching my phone. Nobody's going to touch my phone. Only I touch my phone. Only I touch my phone. Okay, so I'm keeping it back here. And if you're reaching, what are you doing? Whoa, wait a minute. What you need? I got it. Now, there are some people who maybe they consider that friction or confrontational. Okay, well, what's your follow through look like? Tell me, how do you stick to your decisions and make everybody else happy? What does that look like? Show me. Maybe today will be a TIL. Today I learned. Show me. What does that look like? You sticking to your decisions and you make everybody else happy. Now, should you look for a win-win? Sure. But there are just some things where you got to draw the line, and you got to say there's no entry permitted beyond this point. That's it. And follow through looks like actually enforcing it. This man, he really was trying to, but he kind of restrained himself because I kept bringing it over here, and he could feel that he was getting all up in, and I kept pulling away. Follow through. What's your follow through look like after you make decisions? You know, another thing too is I prefer to use my own pens. So I always carry pens on me. You ever been somewhere and you need to sign something and they have a pen and they offer it to you? I don't want that. Because they're like always raggedy. You know, I'm a little bit of a pen person. Always something raggedy. And I don't want to touch it. I don't want to touch it. So you know what I do? Ignore it. I reach in for my pen. Oh, there's a pen right here. No, it's okay. I have a favorite pen. So what you could do is make light of it. Oh, no. I got to use my favorite pen for this one. People will understand. I've never had a situation where I said, no, I want to use my favorite pen. And they went, no, you can't. Actually, let me take that back. There was one time, and I think I was at the DMV. I was in some government building. And the pen I had, I think, was blue, and they needed black, and I didn't have a black one. Or matter of fact, no, I think I had a black, but they said it had to be their pen, their plain old ballpoint pen, I think. And I didn't know why. See, but next time that comes up, I'm going to say, why? What is it about that pen? What is it about your pens in particular? Is it that you're concerned pens other people have might bleed through? That, okay. My jail is not that serious, but next time I'm going to ask, because I didn't ask, because that never happened before. But now that it's happened, where someone said, no, it has the our pens. But that's only happened once out of the many, many times I've ever had to sign anything and they offer you a pen. I don't use their pen because I don't want to. I want to use my own pen. So you can be nice. You can make light of it. You can say, no, I want to use my favorite pen, or I don't know, I'm a little bit of a germ freak. I don't like people touching my phone. Or you can say whatever it is if you feel like you need to maybe soften the blow a little bit. Or other times, you just got to be straight up, not soft. You just got to be hard. You got to be, I don't want that. Not happening. No, I hate people touching my phone. Sometimes you just got to be straight up when you enforce, when you do the follow through. Sometimes you have to be just straight up. But either way, you got to follow through. That's how you stick to your decisions. Is you follow through. You don't just make up your mind and then that's it. And then everyone else somehow know exactly what to do and what not to do. You got to teach them. You got to show them. That's follow through. That's follow through. So think about that. What's your follow through look like when you make decisions? That's it. I'll see you tomorrow. Queendom by Queen Beauté, Internal Authority.